got one thing right, it was you and me.
My TBR for December could possibly be the longest TBR and the most ambitious TBR that I have ever filmed. Usually when I film my like TBRs, I make them with not that many books just because like realistically, but this month I am going to read every single one of these books. Like, I don't care, I have to. If you missed my novella recommendation video, I literally was talking about how I have read 98 books at that point and my goal is 144 books. It's about to be December 1st and I am truly stressed out. So another reason why I have so many books on this TBR is because if you aren't following me on Instagram, I talked about it a little bit there, but I'm trying to read all of my Kindle Unlimited books, like all the books that I have checked out on there. I'm trying to read them all before the new year because I'm just so sick of seeing them in my library. Like, it's just been for too long. I need to read them. I obviously really want to read them. It's just like too much and I'm overwhelmed. So I would just love starting the new year, like leaving everything that I read, or like if I'm in the middle of a book, I'll finish it before the new year because like I just want to enter the new year on a new clean slate. So this is my December TBR. It's my end of year TBR. I'm hoping I have to, I have no other choice. Like, I'm not allowing it, that I will read all these books before the year is out. Some of these books that I'm going to share with you might surprise you because I have a few holiday stuff, which if you've been following me for over a year, you would know like holiday romances are not my thing. It's just too sweet for me, but I found some that aren't as sweet and they're actually kind of fun. They're more like my speed. So I'm gonna give them a try. Without further ado, let's get right into my December end of year TBR. I have like an hour before class, so if I speed through this, I'm very sorry. I like had to come home really fast to film this. We're gonna start off with the books that I want to finish on KU. Also, if you want to follow along with that journey, I've been posting about it on my Instagram story. Like every time I finish a book that I downloaded off of KU, I put it on my story. First off, this book has literally been checked out from KU since March, and like I can't live like this anymore. So the first one is Carnal Urges by J.T. Justinger. I am so excited about this one because I read Ruthless Creatures back in March, obviously, and I loved it so much. I thought it was such a different mafia romance. I thought it was so much fun. Everybody says that Carnal Urges is even better than Ruthless Creatures. It's the second book in her Queens and Monsters series. It follows the female main character, her best friend. From the first book, it's her best friend Sloane, and she accidentally starts a mafia war and she is now like a captive, which could be a really fun time. People love this hero. I think his name is like Declan, and I've just had it since March. Like, it just needs to be read. I don't know what's taking me so long. Yeah, so that is the first book. The next book that I have that I really want to read is Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlton. This book, I've been wanting to read this since it came out. I don't even remember when it came out. I read the Cat and Mouse duet by H.D. Carlton last year sometime, and I loved it. Like, that was like, they fed my soul. You guys know, if you know anything about me, I love stalker romances, I love dark romances, general creepy romances. Really enjoyed that Cat and Mouse duet. And Does It Hurt apparently has a little bit more of a different vibe. It's still a dark romance, I believe, but it's two people. The girl, she's been running away from like her family for years now or something along the lines of that, and she ends up isolated on an island with some guy that she doesn't even know. I don't really know much about the story, but apparently it's really good. Freya from Malice, she really enjoyed this one. Some people that I met like at a Polycon who we've been DMing after, they really enjoyed this one too, so I'm excited. It's gonna be definitely different. I think it's less dark than her Cat and Mouse duet, which could be good because the first book, Haunting Adeline, loved the darkness. I thought it was so perfect, and then the second book I was kind of like, I got kind of like ill with how dark it was. Like, it was a bit too much for me. So I feel like this one should be a really good balance. The next book that I'm planning to read in December is The Isle of Sin and Shadow by Carrie Lake. I had to Google and make sure that this Carrie Lake wasn't the same Carrie Lake as political Carrie Lake, because I don't know, it's not, thank God. But this is another dark romance. I think it's kind of like on the lighter side of dark romances. I met this girl at a Polycon. We were talking about dark romances and she recommended this one, and ever since she recommended it to me, like, I've just been seeing it everywhere. Freya read it and loved it. It's one of her favorite books of the year. I am so excited about this. I think I read only the little like prologue, but it takes place in New Orleans. It's like kind of spooky. There might be some paranormal elements in there as well. I feel like this would have been the perfect book to read in October if I wasn't just like going through so much in October. So the next book that I have, I'm really excited about this one as well, and that is Funny Feelings by 𝓫𝓸𝓬𝓲𝓪. I have been seeing 𝓫𝓸𝓬𝓲 everywhere. Everybody's been posting. I think this is the same author. The Co-op, Funny Feelings, and then there's another one, and they're so pretty. These books are so pretty and aesthetically pleasing. I've been seeing them all over Bookstagram, but I'm very excited to read this one because it is best friends to lovers. Apparently it's really, really cute and really, really sweet, and the heroine is a comedian, or like she likes to be funny. I don't know. Sounds so good, and I'm not the biggest friends to lovers fan, just because my whole thought process behind that was like, you already love each other, why do we need to see you guys love each other even more, you know? That was my stance, but like I have completely changed from that stance. Like I really enjoy friends to lovers now. I think it's so wholesome, it's so cute, so I'm very excited to read this one. Then the next book that I have is Twisted Lies by Anna Huang. I really want to read this one in December. Not that I really want to, but I really need to like read all of these books I'm mentioning because they just have to leave KU. Like it can't be downloaded on my phone anymore. So this one, apparently Twisted Lies and the third book, which is Twisted Hate, those two are everyone's favorites, and I really like Twisted Hate. I thought it was such a hot like enemies with benefits book, but the first two books, I feel like I've said this so many times, they weren't really my cup of tea, and I hear that she's just getting better and better as she writes, so it's just really exciting. So I think I want to read Twisted Lies. People love it. It's an interracial couple. It sounds really cute, so I'm very excited for that one. Then I would love to read Pen Pal by JT Dessinger. This is a book that I downloaded I think back in the summer or whenever it came out, and I remember a lot of people were not happy with this book because people viewed it as not a romance, but it was marketed heavily as a romance. Personally, every negative thing that people had to say about this book intrigued me even more. I know nothing about it. I forgot. I think it's like some type of like crime-y type book, maybe. I don't know if people classify this one as a dark romance, but I'm very excited to read it. If you enjoyed Pen Pal, let me know, because I've seen more people not like it than like it. So if you did like it, let me know. Then I have Icebreaker here by Hannah Grace. This one is, I downloaded it over the summer in the beginning. No, not over the summer, in the fall. And this one is really cute. People say it gives Off Campus by Elle Kennedy vibes. It's really cute. A girl named Stassi, she's an ice skater, and then Nathan, who is a hockey player. They have to share a gym. I actually did start this one. I'm like 30% of the way into it. I'm enjoying it. I'm not really loving it, but I need to finish it anyways before 2022 is over. They are kind of like get off on the wrong foot because something happens to one of their ice skating rinks or something like that, and then they have to share an ice skating rink, and these people are trained professionals and trying to level up, and they have to share the space, and it's not good. I don't know. Apparently it's really good. I haven't gotten to the really good part, but I am enjoying it. Then here I have Indigo Ridge by Devney Perry. This one has blown up in 2022. Like I have seen this series everywhere, the Eden series, and it looks so good. At least like the covers sold me alone. Like I'm really excited to read it. I did also start this one. I think I was probably 20% into this book, 15% into this book. I was enjoying it, but not really. I'm not sure these are totally my vibe. I do love a small town romance, I truly do, but like the crimey aspect of a small town romance, I think that's where there's a little bit of a disconnect with me, because I love a sweet, wholesome small town romance. You run into each other everywhere, but if it's like you have to solve a crime, that's just, then you kind of lose me. I don't know. Let me know if any of you guys are the same way, but I do want to at least finish Indigo Ridge to just get my final thoughts, and then I'll read the rest of the series. We have When Gracie Met the Grum. I have no idea what this is. I think this is kind of like, I've seen people say this is so different from her usual stuff, and is it like a monster romance? I actually have no idea. I remember this book being dropped, everybody being shocked, everybody reading it, everyone loving it, and I love a Mariana Zapata. I usually like to listen to her books on audio. That isn't a choice yet for this one, so hopefully I can read it. This one I'm iffy about. I do want to read it, but I'm not super pressed to read it before the year is out because it's huge and I have so many other books that I would like to prioritize. We'll have to see about this one, especially if it's a monster romance. If I find out it's a monster romance, it's getting removed. I will read it, just not now. Then here I have One Hero's Fall by Gianna Darling. This is a book that me and my friend Reagan are buddy reading. Super excited about that. Hopefully we picked this book out to buddy read like 3 weeks ago. Haven't mentioned it since, so we'll have to see with that one. If not, if we're not buddy reading it, I'll probably remove it off of KU just because I can read that next year. That's not one that's like been in my library and burning a hole through my phone, so I'm not that worried about that one. Then we have God of Malice by Rena Kent. I love Rena Kent. We talk about her all the time over here. She writes really dark romances, and this one is a next generation of her couple from her Lies and Truths duet, and then a couple from the Royal Elite couples. So it's their kids and they fall in love. They go to like rivaling colleges. I'm pretty sure this one's really, really dark, and he is like blackmailing her. So it could be a fun time. It could be. Then we have What Was Meant to Be by QB Tyler. I have read probably about like 4. I read like all of her novellas, I believe. And then I read He Has Like Amnesia or something like that, and I really enjoyed those books. So I'm excited to read her new release. Again, have no idea what this one is about, but it's giving forbidden, taboo, like QB Tyler usually is, so that one should be good. I'm excited about that one. Then we have The Naked Fisherman duet by, not the duet, just the first one, The Naked Fisherman by Julie Ann. I actually started this one after it was recommended. I started this one and I'm actually kind of enjoying it, but like something's off. I'm not that far into it. I believe I'm like 20% into it, so I don't know how I feel about this one yet. I think I just have to read a little bit more, but if I'm not feeling it, then I'll probably DNF it. I checked Goodreads and a lot of people, I'm not like, this isn't an unpopular opinion, like a lot of people don't like this duet. The heroine has said some cringy stuff. She's like, basically she just graduated high school, she's 18 years old, her dad passed away, so she's been staying with her dad's parents, and her mom went to jail when she was like young. So she just graduated high school and her mom just got out of jail, and she wants to rekindle a relationship with her mom. So she flies to Colorado to go stay with her mom for a little bit and rebuild the relationship. She finds out that her mom is actually renting like a basement apartment from this guy, and it's a romance between her and this guy. And this girl went to like a Catholic high school, Christian high school, I don't know. She's super like, oh, I just listened to everything that I've been taught, like this is like, she made a comment about kind of homophobic, I think, but it was like said in a way that was like, I'm only saying what I've been taught. And the hero's like, girl, come on, like be for real. He's like, be for real. And so I don't know, I'm not really sure how I feel about this. It's fine. I'm gonna have to keep reading though, and I will keep you guys updated. And then a book. So those were all the ones that like I had initially said, okay, KU, these need to be out of my phone like before the year is out. And then last night I made kind of an exception to the rule. I downloaded a book, and it is "'Tis the Season for Revenge" by Morgan Elizabeth. And I don't like holiday romances. I don't know why. Like I told you guys, I thought it was like the general sweetness of it, but this one sounds so good, and I started it last night and I'm loving it. It's amazing. And it is basically this girl, she has been in a relationship with this guy for 4 years. They met in college or something like that, and she has basically been molding herself to be the perfect girlfriend. He is trying to become partner at this law firm. Can't really have like, he has to have an image about him or something like that. So anyways, she's getting all excited because she feels like he is going to propose to her. He actually invites her to his company Halloween party. So she gets dressed up to go, whatever. She's super excited, thinking that in December, like Christmas, that he would propose to her. Night, he literally breaks up with her and calls her an embarrassment and says just awful things to her. And she's a wreck because she was very much in love with him. Yes, the whole premise of this book is revenge. So what she does is start fake dating ex-boyfriends, the partner of the law firm that he wanted to become partner of. Like she starts dating him. And I'm really enjoying this one. I have another book from Morgan Elizabeth. I got it in the Last Chapter Bookshop Small Town Romance box. I think it is The Connection, and that one sounds so good too. So if I end up reading this and loving it, then I'm definitely gonna pick up The Connection and see if it's as good. But I'm really enjoying that one so far. And then the author 𝓵𝓲𝓬𝓬𝓲 Pucci, she actually reached out to me and asked if she could send me her new holiday novella, which I'm so excited about it because it is like she wanted to provide an experience of like every woman. So heroine isn't like described, really she doesn't have like a skin tone, she doesn't have a body type. Like it's basically like so you can plug yourself into it. Tangled and Tinsel, and it's coming out December 8th. So I'm so excited for this one. It sounds like amazing. And yeah, that is basically my December end of year TBR. I have a very ambitious TBR, but I am determined to get all these books read. Like I absolutely need to read these books before the end of the year. Yeah, wish me luck. Let me know what you guys are planning on reading in December. Do you have any goals? Are you still trying to reach your reading goal? If you are, I have a recommendation video out for novellas to read to reach it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a big like and a comment down below, and also subscribe so you never miss another upload from me. I love you guys, and I will see you very shortly in a new video. Bye.
If I got one thing right, it was you